He took his magic beans and went in search of his stolen gifts. He searched far and wide for many years. He thought he would never find his speckled hen and singing harp. His last hope was the handful of magic beans. Although he was wise, he could not discover their secret. Gazing at the beans, he said, "Oh, magic beans, please help me find the gifts I once had." "Are you sure they're magic?" "I promise you, these beans are magic. But if you would rather continue pulling that stubborn cow all the way to the market, the choice is yours." "Wait! I want to trade." Jack gave the cow to the traveler and said, "I hope you will be kind to her." The traveler gave the beans to Jack and said, "I hope you will discover their magic." "What were you thinking? What about the pig and the piglets you promised? But the beans are magic." "Magic? We shall see if they are magic." She took the beans and threw them on Milky Way's dung heap. Remember your prayers before you sleep. We need them now more than ever. Now, off to bed, for we have nothing left to eat for our supper. That night, while Jack was sleeping, the beans began to grow. The beanstalk grew and grew and grew and grew until it towered far above the clouds. The next morning, when Jack went outside, he could not believe his eyes. Curious about how high the beanstalk had grown, he decided to climb it to the very top. He walked until he saw a beautiful palace in the distance. Growing weak from hunger, he decided to go to the palace to beg for some food. A very large lady opened the door. "Come in, come in. I have lots of food I can give you." Jack had just begun to eat when he heard thump, 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 and the whole palace began to shake. the heavy footsteps approached the room. Oh, dear me! My husband is home early. If he sees you, he might mistake you for his breakfast. Go to the sitting room and find a place to hide.
Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the scent of a wee little one.
Nonsense, dear. That's just a pesky mouse you smell. It must have been nibbling your bread. Now, eat your breakfast while I make you some nice hot tea.
Bring me my little hen.
Jack could not believe his eyes at what happened next. The speckled hen began to cackle and laid a glittering golden egg. Jack, it is safe for you to go. Here, take this golden egg and buy yourself some food. Jack climbed quickly down the beanstalk to his cottage. If I climb back up the beanstalk, there will be enough gold to last us the rest of our lives. Jack climbed back up the beanstalk. Oh, there you go again with your fee-fi-fo-fum. I told you we have mice. Now, be a good giant and eat your dinner. The giant sat down at the table and in no time at all had polished off a giant octopus, a huge pot of corn, an enormous bunch of grapes, and a mountainous sweet cake. Jack watched from his hiding place as the giant sang to the harp.
I remember the day that I stole you away. Now you are mine, so play, harp, play. I remember the day that I stole you away. Now you are mine, so play, harp, play.
Jack could not believe his ears. Instead of music, the harp began to sing in the most beautiful voice he had ever heard. The harp sang until the giant was sleeping like a baby and snoring like thunder. Jack crawled from his hiding place. grabbed the speckled hen and tiptoed from the palace. Here, Mother, take this hen and keep her safe. There is one more thing I must have. The bewildered giant leapt to his feet and began to chase Jack all around the palace. As soon as he reached the ground, Jack fetched his axe. And chopped at the beanstalk. Until it came crashing down, leaving the angry giant stranded in the sky. You mean you stole a speckled hen and the singing harp from a giant? Yes, I heard him say he had stolen them, so I thought it would not be wrong to steal them back. Two wrongs don't make a right, Jack. So they are not ours to keep. Jack realized he could right his wrong if he found the harp's true owner. He stroked the harp again and said, "Oh, singing harp, sing me a song that tells of the one to whom you belong." And the harp sang a sweet melody. Then, to Jack's surprise, Milky Way came into the yard, kicking up her heels. Followed by the traveler.
Well, I thought she would lead me here. I'm afraid she will not be happy anywhere else. I hope you fared better with my beans than I did with your cow.
I'm not so sure. Then Jack told the traveler the amazing story of the beanstalk. And showed him the singing harp he had stolen from the giant. The traveler was overjoyed to see his singing harp again, and told Jack how his gifts had been stolen from him so many years ago. "This is the man who gave me the magic beans. He is the rightful owner of the singing harp and the speckled hen." They all agreed the traveler should live out his days with Jack and his mother. Grateful that they had found one another, they shared the speckled hen's golden eggs, Milky Way's rich milk, and listened to the beautiful music of the singing harp. And they all lived happily ever after.